Greetings YouTube, Fuzz here, welcome to another No Kuni II side quest video. We're actually doing two side quests today. The first is dead easy, the second will have us taking on a level 34 Tainted enemy. So that could be a challenge since I'm only level 35 myself. We'll see how we get on. Head over to the Northeast Harbour region in the Hydropolis place thingy and speak to this person here. This will give us the first side quest that we're going to do. And it is just going to require one item, so you'll want to bring this with you guys, and the item is a cuttlefish, which you can actually get from the kingdom very easily. Just make sure you use the fresh fish market, that it's, you know, manned by people, and you should get it automatically. You can also get this item though just from going out on the seas as well. So immediately we'll go ahead and speak to Glaucus, who's just over here. So there's a little bit of back and forth for this quest, but other than that it is very simple. And then back we go to Sibelia. By the way guys, there's no citizen reward for this quest, but it is a prerequisite itself of another quest later on that will give us a citizen. So it's very important that we do all of the side quests in this game, especially if you're going for all the various trophies and stuff. It's a cutty fish, I said cuttlefish, but it's a cutty fish. Either way, I've got one, so we can hand that in immediately. And then to finish off this side quest, we just hand the cooked dish over to the previous dude. And that will be all there is to it. So like I said guys, this one's an easy one. But the next one that we're about to do, now, I don't know how that one's going to go. I guess we're about to find out.
Hello.
Oh.
Oh. Yes.
Okay, so here we go then. The main point of this video is side quest number 48, a career cut short. And you want to teleport over to Siren's Rest here in Hydropolis. And then speak, not to you, but to the person that's very close to us here, this one. This is Nereus. And he's going to send us into the danger.
Yes.
Right, so we do actually get Nereus here as a reward, and he has the perfect pitch, which I believe means he can go in the music place in our kingdom, which would be a nice bonus actually. We've not had anyone there yet, although it's quite a pointless building in all honesty, and it doesn't work great, but hey, for the sake of completion we need to get it done. So we're going to go ahead here and just teleport over to Macronos, and you'll have to use the boat if you've not travelled here yet before, and activated the trip door. So this is where the boat drops us off once we teleport or sail here, the beach. And despite what a few commenters I've noticed have said amongst places like Reddit and what have you, you don't actually need the airship to access this particular cave that we're heading towards. So the cave itself is called Capaneus' Crypt or something. So just follow this path that I'm taking here. Even though the objective is to the west, we need to head over to the east in order to path there correctly. And there's a good chance you're going to enter quite a few battles along the way, some of which can be quite high level, so just bear that in mind as well as you run here. And just follow the path around and we can head up at this point. And try and avoid this skeleplasm as we go. I'm not editing this bit out because the pathing is possibly one of the reasons some of you have actually found this video. You want to know how to get to the crypt. So just go exactly where I go here. And you can see we're getting closer to it now. You can see this purple coral thing sticking out the ground. We're just going to run up the side of that there. And as we head around, there is the entrance to the crypt itself. So I recommend saving at this particular point, just in case anything untoward should happen inside. So some points of interest in this cave then, if you head to this location where I am now, there is a red chest that you can open. And that contains 3 milky crystals. And then if we head down the southern and then western and then southern path, again, we'll end up at the enemy that we want to take on. And as with many of the tainted monsters, I recommend trying to stay at range as much as possible throughout the fight, because a lot of the damage is going to be far more easily avoidable if you're not, close to melee range. And that's where, if you're not careful, you're going to take the bulk of the damage and can easily get destroyed if you're not paying attention.
Excuse me.
Ah.
Right, okay, so let's see how we get on with this one then.
What's this?
So we're going to rely a lot, as I say, on ranged attacks and on higgledies. So that hopefully then, as I say, we can just try and see how much damage we took then, avoid that as much as possible. So make sure you stay on top of healing as well. Since obviously, you're going to want to stay alive and just keep dodging. Just like that, you see. Let's go ahead and throw a saw away on Evan, maybe a couple. And if you can get a couple of melee attacks in, then obviously that's going to allow you to go ahead and replenish some of your MP. But most of your other characters are fairly good at avoiding damage. It is literally the character you're controlling that needs to just be a little bit careful. So let's go ahead and use a 3-leaf saw away this time. Those normal saw aways are starting to become a little bit less reliable. And yeah, I could go in, get a few hits in here on melee, but I'd rather just play it safely, to be honest with you. Even though the battle's going to go on just a little bit longer, we can activate our higgledies. And we can even, restore some MP if we want to, if we've got some powerful spells that have been built up at the spell shop. So let's try and activate the gold higgledies if we can, because I've actually maxed these out at level 10. Meaning they should do a nice bit of damage with their golden cannon. But you're only going to survive 1 or 2 hits at most, really, from this particular boss or tainted mob. So I'm just going to take it easy. And we've done it. So a lot of the tainted enemies, you're going to be using that particular strategy. The trick with them is not to get impatient. It's very easy to want to go in and hack at them with the melee weapon, because that's generally how you're going to handle most of the other enemies in the game. But I usually find a little bit of caution, just stepping back a bit, hitting them with some ranged attacks, using your higgledies when you're close to activating them, and you should get through most of them okay then. Obviously some of the tainted mobs will have their own various strategies, but in general, that's what I always start with. So teleport back to Nereus over at Siren's Rest in Hydropolis, and we'll tell him the good news.
Thanks very much.
If I may be so bold.
Yeah. Thanks.
And at last we've done it, so we can go and set Nereus up in our kingdom now that he's a citizen. Alright folks, well I hope this particular side quest tutorial has helped you, and it's quite a fun one actually, so it's nice to go out and actually get into the world killing some tougher enemies. But let me know your thoughts in the comments section, and do come back and join me again soon for more Ni no Kuni II Revenant Kingdom. Till then guys, take care.